Okay, it's going.
Okay, today we're officially starting our Hunger Games book club. Before we begin, let's go over our learning targets. And Rachel, can you read our first one?
Yeah, I will learn the new vocabulary. I will decode words from chapter 1. I will comprehend what I read.
Okay, and that's going to all be from here. We've got our words, our word list that we're going to be doing, our vocabulary, and then that'll help us understand what we're reading in our book. Marcy, can you read the second target?
I will participate in the book club discussion and take conversation turns with the other students in my group.
Okay, did we, remember a couple days ago we made our book club discussion rules? You guys remember those? I've got them, they're still up on the board, so if we can, we're going to go over them. If you can't remember them, reference it. But Kelly, can you give us, what's our first rule?
Eye contact and body-facing teacher.
Oh, I shouldn't have put teacher, sorry. That would be body-facing speaker, and yeah, somebody must change that word up there. It's speaker, right? Yeah, thank you, Marcy. Okay, Rachel, what's our second?
Participate in the conversation.
Awesome. Marcy, what's the third one?
Stay on topic.
Okay. Fourth one, Kelly?
Take turns and give other members time to speak.
And Rachel?
No interruptions.
Okay, we're going to practice that for a little bit right now as I hand you guys your books. And we're going, because remember at the end, after we read our chapter today, we're going to have our book club discussion and talk about it like book clubs do, right? And so so right now we're going to just kind of practice using our rules with eye contact and body facing who's ever talking, participating. That means everybody has a chance to say something and staying on topic and taking turns and not interrupting. So so let's do that with, so each of you got your books, you can kind of look through it, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about that to kind of give you, so have any of you seen the movie for it yet, or three of you? Tell us about it.
It was so good.
So,
I thought it was really scary. I can't imagine being in that situation.
right, you.
I think Katniss should marry Peeta.
So have you all seen it? So you guys picked this book. So why did you pick it if you've already seen the movie?
Because the movie's really good.
So what kind of things are you looking forward to?
I think it'll be interesting because the movie is short. It's only like 2 hours, and the book will have more details to it. So I think there'll be more information about the story that I already know that I like.
Awesome. So maybe you can get some more details about Peeta, right?
There's some more romance in the book.
You guys did awesome. This is how I want our book club discussion to go after we read the first chapter. You guys were really making eye contact with each other when you were speaking. I didn't hear any interruptions, and all three of you contributed. Very nice job. So first we're going to go over our word lists. And these are all words from chapter 1. And so our first one is a new sound, is the OU, which makes the ow sound. And how we're going to do it is we're going to say all of these words together, and then we're going to all repeat the words together at the same time, and then each of you will individually say the word list. So let's start out with, remember it's the ow sound. So ready? Mouth, abound, hours, blouse, drought. Okay, Rachel, can you say them?
All together? In a row?
Yep.
Okay.
Just all 5.
Mouth, abound, hours, blouse, drought.
Okay, Marcy?
Mouth, abound, hours, blouse, drought.
Kelly?
Mouth, abound, hours, blouse, drought.
Awesome. And we're going to review our consonant blends. Remember we've talked about those where it has the 2 consonants together. Let's 3 right here. So let's go and read these ones together now. All of us together. We'll read all 5 and then do individual again. So puncture, particular, starving, adjacent, racketeers. Student. Again, Rachel?
Puncture, particular, starving, adjacent, racketeers.
Marcy.
Puncture, particular, starving, adjacent, racketeers.
Puncture, particular, starving, adjacent, racketeers.
Awesome. And then we're going to do our vowel diagraphs, which remember are, you have two vowels next to each other and make words. So let's start all these together. We'll read these words together. Guardian, glorious, treason, paunchy, applause.
Guarding, glorious, treason. I don't remember how to say that one.
Paunchy.
Paunchy, and applause.
Awesome. Good job.
What's a vowel diagraph?
Vowel diagraph has the two vowels that are next to each other in a word. And and they're like we have guarding, the UA makes it, instead of the ooh-arding, it's guarding. They blend together and makes the vowel diagraph. Okay, do you want to say your words?
Guarding, glorious, treason, paunchy, and applause.
Very nice. Good job. Okay, and we have our, we've got two more word lists. Our first one are infrequent words, and we'll go over what they mean later. We're going to see these throughout the whole book, and they're words that you don't say normally in speech, in our regular everyday words, but in the book, these are going to be really important words that that are going to be throughout the book. And so when we go through and read our chapter today, if we see one of these infrequent words, then we're going to stop, we're going to finish our sentence, and then one of us will come up and write the meaning on the board. We'll discuss what the meaning is, because these words, like I said, you've got to have, will help you understand the story and comprehend the story better if you know exactly what they mean. And but our regular vocabulary, over here, these are words in chapter 1, and these are words we do see sometimes in everyday life. So our first word is fragrance. Who's heard that one before? You guys all heard that? Here's kind of a picture of fragrance. Fragrance means a sweet or pleasing scent. And so, like flowers and perfume. Can you guys think of anything else that's kind of fragrant?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Very good.
Baking
Spices.
Armpits.
I don't know if that's it. It's a smell that's not sweet or pleasing. Okay, have you guys ever heard entrails? That's kind of a hard one. Heard it before? And that's kind of a gross picture. But you'll see that in the chapter 2. The word entrails, it means your, kind of your guts, your intestines, internal organs. Deterrent. Do you know what a deterrent is? Have you heard that before? It means something that discourages you from doing something. You don't want to go in, like prison. Do you want to commit a crime? No, prison is a deterrent, right? Same with a fence. A fence can either deter you from going in, because there's a fence, you don't want to cross that fence. It's a deterrent for you to go trespass, or a fence is a deterrent for you to escape. Like they have fences around prisons, so that's what a deterrent is. And we're going to see that in chapter 1. Iridescent. Have you guys seen things that are iridescent before? It means the light kind of shines off it, and at different angles you'll see a change. And nauseous. Is that a common one for you guys? Nauseous, you guys should probably have heard that a lot, so you feel like you're going to throw up. So those are our words that we're going to see in the chapter. And the same thing when when we're reading our books, if you see any of these words in chapter 1 and it's your turn to read, stop reading and we'll discuss how the word is in the sentence. So we'll stop only on our infrequent words and our vocabulary words. And so before we begin, each of you open up your books. Before we start chapter 1, I'll have, we're going to take turns reading. Each of you will the 3 of you will take turns reading, and I'll just let you know when it's time for the next person to read. And if you're not reading, what are you doing?
Listening.
You're not reading out loud.
Listening.
Listening, and what else should you be doing? following along, reading